Hello everyone! Last week we worked a little bit on balance exercises. This week I want to talk about articulating your feet, which just means that you want your feet to look nice when you're dancing. Basically, the idea is that you don't want to look like this when you transfer your weight. You don't want to look like that. You don't want to look like that when you go back. So you still want to find that balance and catch that balance that we talked about last week, but you also want to make it look nice. So for ladies and for leaders, for men, when you go forward, you don't want to look like this, like that. This is a nice line. Everything else, not so much. So ladies, if you're wearing heels, obviously we can't transfer our weight like this all the time, like we do in ballet shoes. However, when we go forward, we still want to articulate our feet and make a nice line of some sort. Same thing when we go forward. We want to turn out, keeping your big toe on the floor when you transfer. Leaders, same thing, even though it is usually the ladies' job to make the dance look really beautiful, and even though you're not wearing high heels, you still don't want to look like this when you're leading your follower to do something beautiful. So, same thing, you want to articulate your feet and you want them to look nice, make nice lines when you walk or when you lead anything else. So follow some of these exercises and see if you can start thinking a little bit more about your feet. Okay, so back in our ballet shoes, you can try this in first position or second position, which might give you better balance, depending on what you prefer. Your hands can just go on your hips. We're going to try doing this on one foot at a time. So you're going to go halfway up, pressing into your toes a little bit. Then you're going to point. Now, when you point, you don't have to press into the floor because that could cause injuries. Just point. You can even come off the floor a little bit. Then go half and down. Now you can try the same thing on the other foot. You can go halfway, point, halfway, and down. If you're trying this in second position, you can do the same thing in second position. So you're going to go half, up, point. Remember balance exercises from last week. Halfway and back down. And the same thing, halfway, point. Make sure that you're in balance here. You can go up or you can stay down here. Halfway and down. So you can try this a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down. And you can try this in second position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is just to get an idea of how your feet work. There is a joint here. You can point. You can press into this joint. Go down. Now you can also try rolling through both at the same time. So let's try this in first position. And again, don't worry if you don't have a perfect first position, which I don't either. You can even be just here. The idea is just to get your feet to work. So you can try going down into a plie, up, straighten, and down. Down, up, straighten your knees, and down. Down, heels off the floor, straighten your knees, and come down. So this is going to help you stretch your foot a little bit more. Try this in second position. Down, up, straighten, and down. Down, heels off the floor, up, and down. Again, this has a lot to do with last week's balance exercises. So if you need to hold on to something, you can do this next to a wall or next to a chair. you can do the same thing. Down, halfway, up, and down. Down, halfway, up, and down. Now let's zoom in a little bit so you can see my feet better, and we'll do the same exercises. Halfway, point, halfway, and down. Halfway, point, halfway, and down. One more time. Halfway, point, halfway, and down. Halfway, point, halfway, and down. Same thing in second position. Halfway, point, halfway, and down. Halfway, point, halfway, and down. Halfway, point, halfway, down. Half, point, half, and down. And when you roll through your feet, same thing. I'm going to use my wall, and I'm going to do it in first position. I'm going to go down into a plie, halfway up, go all the way up and down, down, up, down. Same thing in second position, and I'll show it from the other side. Halfway, up and down, and you can take time on this exercise. Catch your balance here, catch your balance on top before you come down. Okay, next we're going to try an exercise sitting on the floor. If you don't have a yoga mat, don't worry about that. You can try it on any floor, on carpet, on bare floor, it works exactly the same. So you're just going to sit with your knees straight and your feet close together so that you can't turn it. Remember, we're trying to avoid looking like this at all times. So from here, we're just going to do 1 foot at a time, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And you can also do both feet at a time, same way, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. The important thing to remember here is that you don't want to just crunch your toes. You want to make sure that the arch of your foot, this top part of your foot, is stretching. And it's not necessary to stretch it to where it hurts. Just as long as you start moving it and stretching it little by little, you should eventually get a nice stretch. And again, we are not trying to be professional ballet dancers. We're trying to get nice, articulate looking feet. So you can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,